Hi, guys. Today we're going to react to Vortex by Ginger. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Dan W60. Thank you, Dan, for yet another request.
Thank you, Dan. We appreciate the support as always and looking forward to dive into some Ginger.
Like a lunatic, frantic. The man in the room looks so dramatic with an attitude on his right foot. The spiral traffic feels too dramatic. Too dramatic. Quiet. The man is wandering around. Where's the way out he never found? And inside there's a moment of land. It's rolling and rounding a parquet. Oh, how heavy is the bar? It bends its spine to the very ground. Neither his nor another, enormous ludicrous. Oh, how heavy is his gun? In half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's toes. Oh, how heavy is his thought? In half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's.
It starts off as a mood setter. It brings you into a melancholic level. When it starts, it's like they're training you to get used to their specific rhythm. One thing I love about how she started to sing because of her specific tempo and the way she entered the song. If Alanis Morissette was possessed by a demon, then that was how she would sing. And that mood element, I really love when they start songs like that because you know something a lot stronger is coming. It's like they're holding themselves back with that specific rhythm. It's like listening to jazz music, but with an ominous tone leading it.
They really know how to tell a story. I think that's what they're doing here. This whole intro is supposed to kind of be the calm before the storm. I think we've commented as to the sort of jazz-like influences in their music in a way with Homeback, and I can hear that here as well. And I think there's some similarities between the style and jazz anyway, because jazz is also chaotic and jazz can also sort of come in and out, and there's a lot of gear shifts and changes, much like the style here, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. I also looked at where they shot it. It looks like a den of a commoner, of somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. I don't know why I thought about that. It feels like they're describing a person who is descending into oblivion, who's struck by hard luck or some other reason why he's descending down, and he's slowly deteriorating, and it's not going to end well. I don't know if to call it a cautionary tale or just describing how sad it is that this is happening to this person, but you get that notion. They're harnessing that melancholic energy of what that person must feel. They're telling his story. There's a line there that caught my attention. The man is wandering around. Where's the way out? He never found. He's trying to find a way out, and the way they say it and they sing it, it doesn't even have a chance. He's going in one direction and that's down.
It's obviously a mental situation. There's sort of like a mental decay that is bringing him down, and we're not sure why. It refers to a man as well. This is this is all happening to the man. So it's telling a story about someone. It might be more specific than we think. I'm not sure. And finally, when you said it looks like the room belongs to a person of lesser means. I didn't feel that to be the case. I thought that things around looked actually fairly kind of above average, maybe. But then when you look at different things, like some of the shelves that had books on them had shelves next to them that were empty. So it's obviously showing that there is some lack of something here, and maybe that's what planted the thought. It's interesting. So they were using, the set design to convey something, perhaps.
Yeah, because why choose that? It makes you think. Yeah.
Well, why would you have an empty shelf and then show it on camera? But just very interesting. And whatever happened to this person, it doesn't even describe that as traumatic. It describes his spiraling down as traumatic.
Yeah.
That to me means that it's not exactly critical, but like this person had a choice and they chose to take it this way and spiral down rather than not. It's interesting.
I like what you said about it being his choice. Because it's his choice, it makes sense that they don't even state the reason why he's spiraling down. Now looking at it, after having let it percolate a little bit, this could be either what you said, a mental issue or a drug issue. You said he's confused, but I'm thinking maybe he's drugged out of his mind. He can't get his life together. That's what ails him, and that would make sense that it is his choice.
Yeah, because it describes a ball made of lead that is inside him, and I sort of naturally went towards an emotional state, psychological state, but it could be describing an addiction. I'm not sure. I would tend to go with some sort of an emotional state. And then it goes on into sort of two verses that repeat, but with a little bit of a change. Oh, how heavy is his thought. In a half an hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's toes. Oh, how heavy is his thought. In a half hour or so, it crushed the floor and smashed the man's soul.
It hints to some sort of a psychotic attack if it has a time frame. Something happened in a half hour that crushed him.
Yeah, so this descent was quick-ish. In a half hour or so. How quickly he deteriorated, disintegrated even, into this state. And again, saying how heavy is his thought also means this was happening inside his head, and it was potentially preventable.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of a choice. Sometimes we have a tendency to over dramatize and overreact to certain things, which take us down the spiral. Once we're on the spiral, it's very difficult to get back on the straight and narrow.
Yeah. There's also something that caught my attention, and I don't know if they meant it that way. You said there's a ball made of lead. It's rolling and rumbling on parquet. When something is heavy and rolling on parquet, it usually makes a sound. So in that, they chose to write the word parquet. So they're telling you that this man is alone. There's nobody around to help him, nobody around in where he lives to help him, to hear that bowl rolling around, to see that he is in distress. So it's all up to him. Or maybe they mean something else. Maybe parquet is a floor that needs a lot of maintenance. So, as you said, it's a man who probably does have means. He has means enough to live in a house with parquet floors, so I didn't know where to take it, but there's something here.
Well, the parquet floor in this case, because that's where the ball of lead is, it's actually inside him. So they're talking about something that's happening inside him. Now, if this parquet is internal, it's like his house, his house has a parquet floor. Now, if a ball that's heavy, think of like a bowling ball, is rolling on parquet, it's not just that it makes a sound, it rolls really fast.
Yeah.
It picks up speed.
Yeah.
And that adds to this feeling of spiral, vortex, spiraling down. Because it can't stop on its own. You have to stop it.
There are levels here. You can really enjoy dissecting it further and further. Maybe not in the frame of a music video reaction, but there's a lot in it.
Yeah, and it's like a poem every time. It's like
she's a poet.
Like deciphering poetry.
Yeah.
Like a feather I
Yeah, it took a turn, and it corroborates what you said. That's not his house, it's him. If this guy is the world, then that's the end of the world. And it got to a point where everything got meshed together and reality got distorted. It's out of his control. He's too far gone. I think that's what the visuals were describing. It was surreal. It turned into a nightmare.
Yeah, and it's like a black hole that sucks everything into it,
Yeah.
you know, which then we saw, and it was sucking everything in, not just from his house, but his surrounding, you know, there was
Yeah.
like cars and other houses flying into it. So it's basically saying when you become like that,
Yeah.
you are affecting everything around you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're going to suck everything into that. And then you have this like monster that is built from all this debris.
Yeah. You turned into this person. You turned into your alter ego, somebody that people don't want to be around. Yeah.
A monster of your own creation.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful thing, you know. They used all these similar words to mean something similar, like a whirl, spin, swirl, and describing it like a feather that travels down a spiral staircase, you know, because a
Yeah.
feather would fall in circles.
Yeah.
Yeah, falling deeper than it is. So it's like it all keeps falling down. It's like an endless thing. And there was a beautiful sentence in there also. Through rapids and stones, I came like water, and like wind I go. So I came in calm, but I'm leaving, you know,
Yeah.
like wind,
Yeah.
like a storm, pretty much.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I
Yeah.
love the way this is written. I love the music also. It became all chaotic and just heavy, just really, really fantastic.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
this song.
Yeah, yeah, I love it too. Yeah, yeah, indeed. Like I said, it's out of his control. He's too far gone. There's an entire verse that talks about it. Through the black hole in the floor, I begin my whirl. I'm driftwood with no strength, without soul, with no will.
Yeah.
So he's given up.
Because he had choice, but once you get in that sort of spiral and into
Yeah.
that vortex, that black hole, you no longer have that choice. You
Yeah.
screwed yourself, and that's it. That's kind of what it all felt like.
There's something a bit magical about it, because if you're a person who's somewhere on that trajectory to be that, if you are interested enough to delve deep into the meaning of the lyrics, if you have that kind of coherence, then it might not be too late for you to save yourself from that fate. So I like it about it, because who are they singing this song to?
To anyone, to everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
who gets in that type of situation.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're trying to help someone and you see them spiraling, what's the first thing you say to them? Stop.
Yeah.
You know, just stop spiraling. And
Yeah.
once you stop, from there you can stop.
Yeah.
But if you let it get too far, it's gone. You're just going to keep spiraling. So yeah, Dan W60 does it again. Thank you, Dan, for another awesome request. We love this one. Awesome. Fantastic song.
Yeah, thank you, Dan. We've enjoyed reacting to the song tremendously. This was quite an experience. It'll stay with us for quite a while, I think.
And as always, we appreciate the support, Dan. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
There's something that kind of feels like this might be a little bit of social commentary as well, you know, about sort of a theme of judgment and being watched over, whether it's Big Brother or whether it's, you know, just other people in society watching and judging. It's like you're being born into some kind of hostility these days. Thank you, guys. We appreciate the support as always. We will be back in a couple of days with a new episode, and we hope to see you then. Thanks a lot. See you soon, guys.
Bye, guys.